What's going on, guys? So today on this Shoky Quickie, we're going to be taking a look at the last of the Neca movie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures. That's hard to say. And it is the Foot. It's the Foot Clan. The Foot Clan peoples. So we do have the melee, one, and the bladed weapons version. So this guy's got blunt weapons. This guy has pokey objects. Basically, I've already done the out-the-box review for these guys for my patrons, so they've already got to see me mess around with these. And actually, down the line, I will be doing a side project because of these, and that should be pretty fun. But because we have Shredder, we gotta have some foot ninjas, right? Right. Alright, so we have the footy boys here, and as you can tell, basically figure-wise, there's not a whole lot of difference between these two at all. Once I pull them out, you'll see that basically it's just literally a slight weathering difference, and that could just be the difference between any two foot soldiers, depending on who actually did the work. But as you can see here, Ninja Turtles, box art, all the things like that, only at GameStop, for now at least. And then of course Tmnt logo there, all the boys coming out the shores. Foot soldier, melee, bladed. That's the main differences. And if you go here, you've got your foot soldier right there. Now, I don't know if there was a quarter scale version of these guys. I don't think I ever saw one, but I've heard of other people referring to them as big, they're being big ones. So if there were, cool. But you got this one, and he's got nunchucks there. He's got a tonfa, or nightstick, however you want to say, and then a sai in there. So wait, he's already mixing weapons. So that's pointy. You can't just do that. And then you got the other one here, and he's got an axe and all things like that. And we'll turn it. Hard to do. Okay, so you've got him here with nunchucks, all the things like that, gauntlets and stuff. And this guy's got pokey weapons and slicey weapons. That's pretty cool. Let's see here if there's any difference in these at all. They get plenty of practice against Foot Clan and Army Ninja, serving to Shredder, highly detailed. It's exactly the same. So, it's pretty simple. So, kind of we're getting a two-for review here, because obviously, basically going to be looking at the exact same figure with the differences in weapons. But, let's go ahead and get to them. Ah, that wasn't very smooth. Get off. And, boom. Here we have our foot boys, our football soldiers, so to speak. Oh, the knees rotate below. Wait, does Shredder have rotation below the knee? And I'm an idiot. I just thought about that. Yeah, so Shredder actually might have knee rotation. But basically, here we go. Now, I haven't seen these guys under this much light before. It does actually have some nice highlights. So they are filthy. I actually like that. So they are like a dark grayish color, and then they're definitely washed with a lot of black and some browns. And you can see some highlighted areas kind of popping through here and there, like not shiny and stuff, but also his legs are totally different lengths. What is up with this? Hold on. Look. Anybody else noticing this? Like, look at where his legs are located. Look at how high this hip comes up. What is going on there? Is his belt crooked? Yeah, his belt's all jacked up. Hold on. Maybe I have to fix this. Yeah, because look at his booty. His booty's all weird. So something's not. There we go. That's better. So he was crooked. That was weird. So I did look at these guys just ever so briefly out of the box and stuff, but I didn't really get a chance to play around with them much. But they do look awesome. But as you can see, they're exactly the same with the exception of just how the washes are applied. There's like, you can tell that the individuals who do them, that's where the differences are going to lie. One thing you can see is right here on the head, they do have some rubbish from the box. So that's something. Let's turn this guy around. Oh, is that the same thing? Okay, yeah. So they're on little bandanas. So these aren't black. These are actually brown. That's pretty neat. I like the new gauntlets on these guys. They're like almost like chainmail. And then you get the back of the hand bit there with the Foot Clan symbol, which is also up here on the headband. It's pretty neat. I'm trying to get his feet lined out. That's pretty cool. I didn't get to look at it. Like, once again, I looked at these guys, but not under like the good lights. Something that, it's something you take for granted when you have a review set and stuff. It's like you don't really notice the differences in things. Otherwise, so let's take a quick look at this head sculpt. So really tight pulled, like almost gimp mask, and then like bug eyes, which is interesting. Kind of reminds me of Baxter Stockman. I was wondering if they ever planned on that in this universe, given how bug-like these guys are. And even got some like metal rivets right across the mouth with pulled stuff there. And then the bandana. The bandana does move. Of course, that comes with an accessory later. Ball joint mounted head. I don't know if there's a hinge there or if it's just a ball joint, but definitely a hinge or a good sized ball joint for the neck itself. So that's pretty good. It can rotate all the way, and then the bottom of the neck here can rotate a little bit, and it goes into the collar a little. I like that, just like Shredder. And then also like Shredder, very similar molded body here. I wonder if it's the same body sculpt. I think it is. It does look to be the same body sculpt. Looks like the same swooshiness, same folds. Yep. So the Foot Clan are the same exact body mold as Shredder. That's cool. So they save some money on that. That's neat. Okay, so that explains the articulation stuff is going to be exactly the same. Same double, quote unquote, double jointed elbows get you a little bit better than 90. Once again, really dig this. To some degree, like it reminds me of that Batman, like my Batman statues, like the way they're weathered. Very similar. Is the belt the same? Yeah, even the belt. I think it's the same mold. Very similar, but I can't tell if it's exactly the same. But he does have the same stretchy belt that goes around there, so as you can tuck accessories in. Plus, it's also covering a little bit of that joint there, but he does move that way. He's not going to get a very good Jean-Claude or chorus line. Thigh does rotate. Knees do bend, but man, that knee joint there is so tight, I'm scared to really make use of it. And as I was dumb and missed before, there is below the knee rotation, which is kind of cool. A little scary though, but I guess it can rotate. And then your feet. Now the feet are different from shirt, very different shoes. Or are they? Nope, same shoes, just different paint, different weathering. So that's pretty cool. Now that you want to get a little side neck, like that's kind of funny. All right, and of course, once again, they're exactly the same to each other. Just some minor paint differences depending on the day or who made them or whatever. So this was the bladed weapons guy. So let's go over the accessories. Now he does have 2 fisted hands there, and he does come with 2 holding hands, which are super important. So we're gonna keep those out here, and then 2 of these expressive hands, which I assume are the same as Shredder, just with a different backing here, probably. It's more than likely the same mold, but just adjusted for the extra bits, so they don't have the Shredderific parts, but, like that. Also, I'm noticing a very distinct attribute of the foot soldiers, which catch my drift. So let's give him some holding hands. And by the way, they both come with the same hands. Now, I was watching, just ever so briefly, Anthony's Customs review of the SDCC set, and I think he was complaining about the fact that they only came with 1 set of holding hands or something like that. These guys come with 2 sets of holding hands each, so that is something that's a little bit different, because I think... yeah, each hand is equal here, whereas Shredder's is a little bit tighter. But given that we do have different weapons, let's go ahead and look at that. But first, just real quick, he does come with a different bandana thing. And just so that they are different, I'm actually going to swap these. I want my boys to be distinguishable. Actually, I kind of like that a little bit better, if I'm totally honest. So this way, Bladey and melee will be very different. So let's start out with our basic bladed weapons here with some size. Now, these are different from Raph's, because Raph's are a bit more pointy, but there's some instances where Raph does have some very similar to this. Not in the movie, but in other universes. So a sai is a sai is a sai, right? And the only thing that's weird about it is these guys just hold them this way. There's no between the fingers holding, and that is a super, super loose fit. So that's a little disappointing. But you can actually tuck them. Once again, this belt is that stabbed through the belt. That's interesting. And I am about to run out of time here, since I'm filming at 60 FPS. Dang it, I cannot get up under there to save my life. Okay, so there we go. Finally got it in there. Took a little bit of coaxing, but yeah, they're in there. I'm trying to get them to a comfortable spot. So something like that. So because this is the Psy version, let's go ahead and bring in Raffy Boy. So there's Raff. You can see his sides are a bit different, a bit more like a fork, and bit thicker, so a little bit more robust, which is interesting. And once again, these guys can't really hold them super tight either, so that bothers me. Okay, so let's go with the axe, which is next. And this one's my least favorite weapon because it looks the most plain and dumb. Very simple axe, super, super thick handle. And, you know, just so the stabby bit and then that, and it's just whatever. I'm kind of concerned that this handle is so thick that it's going to scrape paint. And it did. That's okay, I guess. I can't tell if it's scraping from the hand or scraping from the axe, honestly. But that's pretty good. I can live with that. And of course, you would have to position the hands in such a way so that you could have a dual-handed weapon, but you can. And of course, last but not least, the final weapon, the nice Nunchucks, however the heck they pronounce it. So the not katana, similar to Leo's. In fact, there's some versions in different, cartoons and whatnot where it looks a little bit more like this with a square base. But just to bring in Leo for comparison, his are a bit beefier, a little bit longer, a little bit more homemade feel. Also, is it an octagonal version of the thing? So let's see if we can get this in his hand. It does look like it's gonna be a little tight, so I'm gonna pull the fingers out. So now we can get a very, very bladey. I'll take you all on. There's only 4 of them, dude. Calm down. So let's get on to the melee boy. So he's already got the fist on there. I'm going to pull those off because we want his holding hands. Once again, they come with the exact same hands, so there's no reason to go over all of that. That is tight, by the way. And once again, I'm going to leave this one with this bandana for just distinguishing marks, kind of. He's a little wonky. Here we go, get the legs sort of balanced. And he comes with a bow staff. Just solid black chunk of plastic, honestly. Not a whole lot, anything special about that. And let's see here. Let's put it in his hand. That is tight. Looks pretty good. A little short, at least in my opinion, but probably pretty effective. And of course, let's compare it to Donnie's. It's actually longer than Donnie's. I didn't expect that, but his once again has a homemade feel. It's got a nice wrap, also very wooden. This is probably wooden, but at least painted black or something like that. And then he also has tonfas or nightsticks or whatever you want to call them. Nightwing's weapon of choice. These are pretty neat, not gonna lie. I kind of dig that. And you can have these done however you want. So you can have him holding it that way, that way. If I can get it in there. Now these aren't painted, these are raw plastic, so you can also get it like that number, which is pretty cool, not gonna lie. I dig that. And then, of course, if you are so inclined, you can absolutely struggle to put it in his belt, as usual. Now with nothing to grip to, this will be interesting. At least with the sai, it was pointy. I could get it in there. Here, hold on. Let me come around the back. I can actually grip. So you can even put it back here on the back if you're keen on it. Just tuck it around the back or on the side, just like Bleedy Boy. Just have it all up in the armpit like that. That's cool. Now he does have other weapons. You do get some Nunchucks. So these are very simple nunchucks, round. They have the wire. So once again, only like the first generation with Mikey came with the string. They've replaced it with wire ever since because I'm sure plenty of people broke them. The string or this wire doesn't seem super robust, so I would be careful. But there's also a very bad nub right there. I'm just going to go ahead and remove that because it was bothering me. And of course, you can hold the nunchucks however you want. That's up to you. Could also tuck that in his belt. Be like a crazy person. Come on. I was wondering why they put the seam on the side instead of around the back. So you can totally just hang that off his belt. So he's looking pretty beefy right about now. I'll put that back there, and we'll put Nunchuck there. We can even... So he's really, really raring to go. Now, still one more weapon to go, and this is my coolest one, I think. And it is a different type of nunchucks. This one has like some beads on it, or some, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. But that's a real chain. That's friggin' awesome. So I dig that. Now, if you can actually get it to where he can hold it like that, I'd be down. And unfortunately, I'm at a point where I don't have any weapon storage. So I don't know. Let's pull in Mikey though. Let's see what Mikey thinks about these nunchucks. So of course he's got the same kind that Splinter have, a little bit of wooden handle, and very, very different setup there. Of course, with a tiny like jewelry chain, which is fine, but ultimately weird. So let's I don't know, where can we put it? I guess if we wanted to, we can also hang this one off the belt. That's just ultimately what you got to do. Ninja belt is good for storage. Same thing. We'll just put it over here. Just hang his nunchucks together. Is that the ultimate way to win? Just all the nunchucks near each other. Or just go around the neck, like go around the back of the neck and just relax. That'd be funny. So this is cool. All the weapons. Hi, my name is Foot. My name is Foot. I don't know why his name would be Foot, but it is what it is. His name probably Kenny or something. Probably Kenny. I think there was a Kenny, wasn't there? So there's a foot soldier. And here's our Bleedy Boy, who's just way too into things. He's like, I got this. I need to take out some turtles. Just calm down, Timothy. It's okay. Your mom didn't love you, and I'm sorry, but jeez. You're a little too intense, even for this secret terrorist organization. Timothy. It's always Timothy, isn't it? Okay. See, one thing that sucks is because of the way that shoulder is, I can't quite get that up where I want. So that'll have to do. Right about there. Let's see if I can get those hips to turn. I don't know. I like them both, but I want to be able to mix and match my weapons. But let's go ahead and bring in their big boss since we're at it. Bring in a Shredder. Who once again is their same mold. Actually, they look just as tall as him, if not taller in this particular aspect, but that's funny. Let's move the camera so slowly. But now that I'm running out of footage, let's go ahead and call it at that. But guys, go ahead and give me a big old thumbs up if you like this video. If you have these figures, let me know what you think. Which one is your favorite when it comes to the weapons? And of course, if you have any other opinions on it, let me know in the comments down below. And of course, now this is the end of the current Ninja Turtle set that I have. So I'm going to have to work out a way to do this. I do want to find 2 more of these guys to sort of complete the thing. But of course, I'll catch you guys on the next review. And remember, as always, foot vanish.